Hello ratbags, it's Jade. Welcome to a Skyrim video follow-up. I've already shown you guys how I found all the necromancy spells and a lot more, but there was a couple that I kind of missed out or didn't explain fully enough, so I want to correct that today. And also I asked you guys for help in trying to find this set of robes you're seeing now. I spent 5 hours playing the game, going all over the dungeons, all over Skyrim, trying to find these robes, and I couldn't find them, but because of your help I found them, so I'm going to show you how to get it for new people that haven't discovered it as yet. There are some caveats with the necromancy spells. You have to be a certain level, I do believe, but I'm going to show you how to basically reload and try and get all the spells that you need if you're missing a few. Like the Bone Colossus one, that's the one that most people have been asking for. I've been really enjoying Skyrim. I've done a bunch of short guides for you guys to try and get in the algorithm basically, because I haven't covered Skyrim, or I played it in 8 years, and I really want to carry on doing it. So do leave a like if you find any of my content useful, and let's go over what you need to do. So basically, Phineas is the guy at the Winterhold College that sells the spells. He'll also usually give you a selection of them. Now, you have to reload him basically to get the different spells. So go and buy some. Leave it 24 hours and then come back, and hopefully he's replenished his shop and you'll be able to buy the next set of spells that you want. In the previous video I did show you guys where to get the basic new set of necromancy robes and some of the spells, and basically told you they're kind of drops. They will drop in certain places where necromancy is, or arch necromancers. One of the spells I didn't show you was the warlock one properly. This is him here, the skeletal warlock. I could only show a picture as I didn't actually unlock the right spell. And depending on what you're wearing, what items you've got, he's going to basically do a lot of shock damage for an amount of time. And then just showing off the champion, I can't remember if I showed this off to be honest in the last video, but some of these spells are basically locked behind your character level. I do believe you have to be level 100 in conjuration to get some of these spells. So if they're really not showing up in your shop and you've reloaded and reloaded a bunch of times, then check that you're the right level in conjuration, and fingers crossed that will be what you need to resolve, get to level 100. And there are reports that you might even have to be master level. So I'm master level 2 at the moment in conjuration, and until we hear different, I think you do have to be level 100 to get something, but I haven't got that 100% confirmed. It's the only thing I can think of why some of you are reporting that you just cannot get some of these spells. The next correction I've got to make is that I spawned in this guy, and he is a priest spell from something else from one of the DLCs in before. Big shout out to Giovanni Lucas in Discord who sent me the correct info and gave me a heads up. I really appreciate it, thank you. This is the proper priest that you're meant to summon, and you can see he does a huge amount of damage. He's got a binding spell I think there that protects him as well, or heals him, and he's meant to summon some shades as well. Both him and the Bone Colossus weren't summoning their creatures properly when I was having a fight with some of these mages. And just to show you the Bone Colossus, here he is, the hunking hunk that he is. I did show you this spell in the last video, but yeah, a lot of you guys are particularly having problems with him. That's the one I've seen in the comments saying you just cannot find him, or it's not unlocking. He's pretty powerful with his old bad breath, so I definitely like him. And again, he's meant to summon 2 summons as well, but they just weren't appearing. So yes, this is Skyrim, this is Bethesda. Expect some things to be a little bit buggy until maybe they do a little bit of a hotfix. You're meant to be able to find these spells in combination in all sorts of different places, again, where you would normally find necromancers maybe, but you're also meant to be able to buy them all from Phineas. So you've checked with Phineas, he hasn't got any of the spells that you need or want. Make sure you've quick saved just before talking to him, and then start wailing on him. If they ask you to yield, you can yield and go ahead and then just reload the save, or you can wait for him to kill you, or you just load it up yourself. I ended up getting killed, joined back where I was in the game, and here he is. He's my friend once more, and we can go and check his inventory and see if he has indeed got anything brand new or different. And that's it guys. Like I said, it took me 3 attempts of doing this, reloading, to get the spells that I wanted that I kind of missed out on, like the Warlock, like the Colossal one, and the Ancient one. So it may take a good few times. It takes ages sometimes for him to appear properly, so you are going to have to go back and forth, maybe wait 24 hours. And I do recommend travelling elsewhere on the map as well, and see if you can come back to this location. Now, I normally do quick guides, that's my thing, it's always been my thing, showing you survival and open world games and showing you guys stuff. But you can make some mistakes, and I hate having to do really long guides anymore, and then doing a bunch of correction videos on long videos too. So yeah, forgive me if you see some mistakes, do comment down below and let me know if there's anything to give some tips to other players that might be having any problems. And if I've got anything wrong in this video, do let me know as well. Right, now let's take a look at that special robe set. We are heading off to Dawnstar. There is a dungeon next door to it, and that's where we're going to face off against a pretty powerful mage and a bunch of Draugr and a bunch of ghosts. And it also ties into another mission that you can get from, I think, Riften, or it's part of a Dawn Quest one or something like that. But you can actually just go ahead and do this without any of their missions. I'm not really here to do beat by beat guides. I've tried to keep all my guides short. You know what to expect. I'm going through these corridors. You're going to be facing off against Draugrs, pretty powerful ones like I said, and eventually you'll make your way through. A few things to note though: you'll be attacked by lots of ghosts, and there are journals. Read all 4 of the journals, and that's what I'm talking about with a quest in Riften in the Thieves Guild. I think it's one of the barmen wants to know some information about who or what some person was here and what their journals contained. You will get some reward from it as well. They're really not hard to find. You'll find all 4 of them pretty much no problem. Yeah, we saw there obviously a big ice troll, atronach as well. So yeah, it's pretty dangerous. I am like max leveled here, so I'm using some pretty powerful spells, and I've even been using cheats to get me up until this point to show you guys all this stuff super quick. So yes, expect this to be quite tough if you're relatively new to the game or you haven't got a decent armor set or weapon set. Bring lots of I would say ice potions as well, and yeah, obviously fire might be good too. So there's a few little corridors and caves with a bit of loot in and stuff like that, but nothing too taxing. Apart from this little jump, make sure you do this and go up to the top, and then there will be a chest with some extra loot inside it as well. I would say about 4, maybe 5 Draugrs, death Draugrs later, and a good 4 or 5 ghosts. You'll come into a main chamber, and this is the Archmage that has got the robe set. There'll also be a set that hasn't got any enchantments in it, so you'll be able to enchant it yourself and do what you want with it. And this is really what I wanted. This was the set I really wanted, with the skull on and the nice blue hieroglyphics on the sides and stuff. It looks really cool, and it's definitely much better than the other one. So there's 3 sets now. You've got the base Necromancer robes that have been in the game for always, and these 2 brand new ones that were added as part of the anniversary update content. Make sure you go into the little room over here where there's a doorway, and this is where you'll find the other set on the side, which doesn't have any enchantments on it either, so you'll be able to do what you want with it. And there is a conjure haunting spirit, which is one of the new spells. You'll find another ghost just chilling here, sleeping. I shouldn't have really woke her up. And there is an unusual gem here as well, just giving you highlights of what to expect, the most important stuff. You should find a little lever on the side as you go through the exit point, and that'll open up the gateway so you can get out of here a little bit quicker. And there's a bunch of bandits and just regular people with some gold and rubbish armor on them. And just to show you, reading the 4th Arendel's journal, then it was completed, and you need to return to Vekel. That's the dude's name in Riften in the Thieves Guild. I'm pretty sure there's meant to be another main quest associated with that dungeon, and it's not necessarily just about picking up these. But yeah, I thought I'd show you at least the reward, what happens when you finish speaking to him. It's a steel sword of wariness, and I think it does an amount of stamina reduction on enemies. Okay, so the hood, the Elite Necromancer hood here, you can see it boosts your magicka by 85 points, but it does take away 30 points of health regeneration. And the robes themselves are great. It increases the conjuration spells by 20%, but it'll also mean that you can raise another lesser creature. So you'll have an extra limit by 1 for lesser conjured or reanimated undead. So especially I think if you're going for like the skeleton ones, the low level ones, you could potentially have 3 of them running around now. And there we go. Let me know if you found any more of these guys, any other locations. Pop in the comments section down below, and I'll definitely heart all the best ones. And yeah, I can't wait to start using this in a proper necromancy build when I actually do my full-blown legit Let's Play. I am going to be doing 100 days of survival Skyrim with all the survival stuff added to it as well, and a bunch more, so look forward to that massively. And that is it, guys. Thank you so much for all the support over this Skyrim content. I worked my nuts off, hence why there's a few little mistakes here and there. I think I ended up doing like 15 videos in 3 days or streams just to get all the content out. I love Skyrim. It's one of my all-time favourite games, but I haven't played it in like 8 years, so there's lots of things I've forgotten, and I can't wait to dive back into it. Going forward though, if you're a big fan of open world games, I've always usually been a survival Games channel. I've covered games like Assassin's Creed Valhalla successfully, other games like Biomutant, so I am interested in certain open world RPGs. Next year I'm going to be big in certain games like these. In February we've got a whole bunch of these types of games coming out, and I will be covering some of them, and I will be absolutely all over Starfield next year as well. So stick around for survival, for open world, and a lot more, and I'll see you lot later.